Hey, what's going on guys? Brad here. Today we have a bit of a bonus video because today Yu-Gi-Oh! Neuron released for Android and iOS in Japan. Now, of course, how do you get it when you're abroad? You use an APK. Very simple. And this app is way cooler than I thought it was. So this is a new tool for the OCG. And you might be able to hear from my mic the sound effects coming through. But we have a few things here. We have some deck functionality. We have a dual functionality, and then you have your settings with your Konami ID. You can go on there and tap this and get a barcode, and that will, I think, that will, show your Konami ID instead of you needing to, have it always on you. So it's kind of like your Duelist Compendium. It's your go-to PDA for Yu-Gi-Oh. So first of all, the major thing I think that the thing most people use this for, and you can use it for even if you don't speak any Japanese, is the dual function. So let's press dual and take a look at this. So this is the dueling screen, and it works just like any normal dueling app calculator, that kind of thing. So at the top here you have the time. You can press start and it will just start a timer for the round. That's pretty cool. Obviously here below you have a reset button which you can use to reset the duel. And you have down here, you have search, which I believe can let you search up for a specific card. The game is going to completely bug on me right now because I'm trying to run this through a thing. Actually, it's trying to tell me to, hey, use your thing to look at card. We'll do that in a minute. I apologize for the jankiness of recording, but that's just how it is at the moment. We have background music options, which, if you press play, will play the Duel Links Dark Side Dimensions winning victory theme. So if you want to sit there and have that in the background, you can do so. Now we also have here, we have a little rulebook here, which is going to tell us our log of everything that's happened in the duel so far. And here we have a dice and a coin flip, so you can click that, flip your coin, heads or tails, dice, roll a dice, you got a 3. Here is some options here, which I don't know what these particularly do. I wonder if they're a counter type thing or something, I'm not too sure. Or maybe it determines how many dice you roll. But the main thing is that you can go in and click on each duelist individually and have the most friendly life point app interface I think I've seen. So if I want to activate, Sparks against my opponent or a Trickstar player and deal them 200 points of damage, you can click 200, deal it, and they will take 200. If I want to divide by 2, I can do that and half my life points to play Solemn Judgment. If I want to add back 5,000 life points or something, I can do that as well. And it does it pretty quickly. It's a lot quicker than some of the apps I've used personally. And then if you want to reset, you just reset. And yeah. Now you can go back in your log and you can see all of the things that have happened to both players, so you can keep track of what's happened. Obviously, pen and paper in tournaments are going to be the most vital thing, but given this is implemented Konami IDs, this might be the new go-to for using your phone at a tournament, and especially with the card ID feature, will help out in Europe for IDing cards, especially when this app is translated, because right now, of course, it's not translated. My game is not showing properly on the thing. There we go. But this is another interesting thing. The deck functionality. So we have a deck search here. Obviously, we're in Japanese, so we can't really search, but you can see other people's decks they've made, and submitted, which is really cool. So here, I think here is this Infernoble Knights, I think? Yeah, it is. So we can see all the copies of the cards in the deck. You can see the extra deck, and we can go and get a deck list, I think, and we can do a bunch of other stuff, share it to Facebook or Twitter, social media, that kind of thing. So you can share deck lists really easily. You can click on a card like this is Immortal Phoenix Gearfried from Toon Chaos. You can click the Q&A button to receive some ruling tips. The button on the right will go to the Yu-Gi-Oh database to see exactly what set it came out in. So it's pretty cool. And obviously, if you're playing against other players, then you can easily see what a card does. And go to the Dark Magician deck. You can see this person running Slifer in here, which this looks wild, but oh, look at him, there he is. Dragoon of Red Eyes tells you if it's limited or not, which I believe it is in the OCG, so that's why it's got an orange card banner underneath it. But let's go and make a deck, because we can do that, and it all kind of works. There's a card search or a camera search, and let's make a deck. So we've already made a starter deck. We're going to go in and edit this. Now, obviously, if we want to search, we have to search in Japanese. Kind of can't do that. However, we can click the camera search, and this is where things get really cool, because you can search for cards with the camera, as it kind of suggests. So let's take a Japanese card. Let's do I believe that's a Kitchen Dragon Maid. I've seen the thing. We'll click it, and then this should come up very quickly and give us, and there we go, 48.53% chance of it being right, and it is right, and we can sit there, we can click that, and now that card is in our database. We can go and add this to our deck, so we can go and take one copy. I believe we should be able to. Apparently it doesn't want to work that well on PC, but you can sit there, hold and drag to put things back in your deck, 3 copies. Now, the really cool thing is it doesn't just work with OCG cards, it works with TCG cards. So let's take Witchcraft and Madame Vare. Currently seeing playing Duel Links, we'll snap that. And obviously, because it's got all the card images, it can find all the cards, and there we go, Madame Vare. Add her to the collection. But I think the bigger thing is just how many cards you can have on screen at once. So if we just take this other way and we go Infinite Permanence, a Korean Dharmashgali Dragon Knight, Dark Arm Dragon, Phantasme, and Beaver Warrior. If we can get all those in the same shot. Right, take a picture. It's going to find 7 cards, which is found 7 cards. That's kind of insane. And let's see how many it gets right. Because this will work, I believe, for a huge amount of cards. I haven't tested how many you can get to, but 7 already is pretty good. And more you ever kind of need in a duel, I think, to kind of understand. There we go. So it's got on every single card right. That's pretty insane. 85% recognition on my Dark Arm Dragon. My Korean Magician Girl Dragon Knight was 75%, so not bad. And of course, you can go in, add these all to your deck. So I want triple. Apparently, I want triple. All of these. I just added all of them together because I bulk selected them apparently. But yeah, I quite like this. And if this came to the TCG, which I believe it will, because it seems very English friendly so far. You just kind of need to add in the translations linked to the Yu-Gi-Oh! English database. I think this app could be pretty big for tournaments, and I hope that's their idea with it, is it's going to be see use in tournaments, and it's pretty cool. But that is my less than 10 minutes quick fire first impressions video of Yu-Gi-Oh! Neuron. I think it's pretty cool, and there's a even easier way to see our deck list. We can then share it with us, like sit there and click that, click share, and share that over on social media. But yeah. There's probably something I'm missing in this. There's probably some features that I don't see immediately off the top of my head. But yeah. Let me think down below of this new app. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next Yu-Gi-Oh! Video. See you then.